Look at this. I got my tripod set up. My selfie stick is a high-tech tripod. So I got both hands free to be extra weird. I don't know why I feel I'm not wearing a shirt, but it don't matter. All right, there. So I'm just doing a lot of videos. I'm, I'm guess I'm doing a good job because I'm opening up a lot of thoughts or whatever. But I just want to say a few things in this video about I've had a few thoughts about like today I wasn't a leader, right? Like let me just say this is a believe it or don't believe it, that's totally up to you. I'm just some guy who not even talking about being a vampire. I'm just some guy talking. But when you're a leader, it's a secret. This is a secret that I'm telling that I found out, and I don't really understand it, but I'm gonna try to explain it the best I can. All right. So when you're a leader and your brain switches, you got a different part of your brain activates, whatever, and you get you start thinking differently, and you get that's basically it. All right. There's more to it than that, but for what I'm trying to say, that this is just this part is necessary to explain what I'm about to say. So I was not a leader. So my brain not turned on. I'm not thinking, strategically or whatever. I'm just some guy, right? I'm just working. Obviously, there's more to me, but me being me, I'm just some guy, or at least I like to think so. So the topic of this video is about there are times when I feel like it's not okay to push somebody's buttons when they're not feeling good. Now, to be fair, I, ever since I was a ever since I early as I can remember, uh, I had my eyes weird. I feel like my eyes are weird. I just saw myself. Like I can't really see, so like I'm like from this distance, I can't really like see anything. I'm not wearing my contacts, so I don't know if my eyes are being like all weird. I don't know why that bothers me. I just don't like looking weird. Anyways, I'm gonna get a little bit closer. But ever since I was a youngin, I was told that I'm a little shit stirrer. Like I just you know cause shit because I'm just who I was. So giving me a hard time when I'm feeling like really just like any kind, like when I'm that tired, whatever, pushing my buttons. I definitely deserve it for one because of being a little shit stirrer, or should I say a big shit stirrer now that I'm older. And two, people can do whatever they want. They're free to do whatever they want. As far as pushing buttons, saying things, whatever. But I think you shouldn't do it when someone's super tired, when they've been working a lot. It's like you would think that like I wouldn't do that like to a person who's so tired that they're acting all kinds of flustered, if you will. And I do get flustered. It's very, very obvious when I'm like, you know, just avoidant, should I say? That's a good word for it. But I don't think it's right. Like, for instance, maybe this is just me imagining things, but it's like, to me, my feelings. I got feelings. Definitely do. I feel like when a person's being very, very avoidant. You shouldn't, for one, you shouldn't push their buttons, because that's just mean. It's funny, but it's mean. And you shouldn't expect them to put on a show. And this is me just talking, all right? Like, and this is like a therapy moment for me. It's really good because I don't feel when I don't feel like doing something, when I don't feel like being an entertainer, when I don't feel like being looked at, when I don't feel like I don't wanna. I don't wanna. And as a man, and I think that's the right way to put it. As an adult, I don't want to put on a show. I don't. When I'm like that, I don't want to entertain. Now, here's the thing: the person who's pushing my buttons, they're smart, right? They're smart. They're mean. They're smart, and they see that I'm vulnerable. My feelings are vulnerable. They say, "Well, I'm not doing anything. Just pushing your buttons. You're an adult. You're a man. You're one of the strongest men I know. In fact, I know that you've been working your ass off because you are this way. So I know that you've been doing whatever, but I don't care. I'm gonna push your buttons. What are you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do shit if I push your buttons right now. So I'm loving every minute of your damned misery. In fact, I'm gonna take out my imaginary violin. I'm gonna play a sad song for you right now because I am enjoying your misery so gosh darn much. There's nothing you can do about it. And I'm watching every one of your your funny mannerisms, Mr. Alpha Male. I'm watching you because I know your hands are tied. And I feel like, and this is me just venting creative story. This is creative storytelling. I do this sometimes. And I know that for every time that I've had to deal with you alpha male type jackwagons, if you will, every time I've had to feel a certain way, I'm getting retribution right now. Maybe just a little bit. I'm just gonna play that violin and watch you squirm because I both love you and I hate you, and I don't feel any ounce of pity for your pretty faced shit stirring ways. So I'm glad that you're tired. I'm glad that your hands are tied. I'm glad that you're making yourself look like a fool right now. I don't give a damn. You push your buttons. Because you can't do a damn thing except complain about your feelings being hurt. I don't give a goddamn about your feelings. Nobody gives a shit about my feelings. You think I'm gonna give a shit about your feelings? You're a grown ass man. You, later on, I know you're gonna go ahead and cry about it. That's what makes this even more enjoyable to me. That's reality. End of creative storytelling. That's reality. And the reason why I bring this up, and it's important to me, is that something inside of me said, "You're right. My hands are tied." And you're right. You're setting an example to me of why I don't want to put on a gosh darn show right now. I do not want to be an entertainer. I do not. No. Don't. Definitely no. Don't want to. So it made me think. Brought up a new feeling, new thought process of how much I don't want to do that. How much I didn't like that. And it taught me something. And I like that. I like that it taught me a lesson. I still got to figure out that lesson, but it's there. The seed has been planted inside of me of why being an entertainer, there's got to be an off button, or I got to create an off button. And, you know, I got the desire, that crazy look in my eye of that I'm going to create that off button inside of me. And I know it's completely inside of me. It's not out in the world anywhere. It's not from anybody. Can't change anybody, can't control anybody. You know, they're gonna do their things. When my hands are tied, I'm gonna make damn sure that next time that off button is there. Because I'm gonna I know that situation is gonna come up again. And I you know, the person I won't say who did it, you know, who pushed my buttons to that point. I'm sure that person, you know, that for many reasons, it was a special moment. But I know this is not the answer. Like part of me wants to say, well, you know what I would do right now? I would just say, nope, ain't doing this, ain't feeling this way, ain't getting my feelings hurt. Hands are tied. Just don't care. Just not gonna care. But that's no fun. That's not the answer. You know, I'm too intelligent to let that be the answer. I know a lot of guys who just do that. So I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore. When obviously they do their feelings. But no. I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to make it complicated. I'm going to make that off button a sweet, evil feeling, sweet, evil sensation inside of me, because I'm gonna realize, like, okay, well, here I am, hands are tied. I have someone pushing my buttons and trying to make me feel miserable. I ain't gonna be an entertainer. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna let them have the satisfaction of causing me misery. No, I'm gonna go into that sweet, dark place inside of my heart. And just imagine I'm somewhere else. And I'm not going to think about that I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt or the benefit of considering their feelings so much. I'm just going to play the scene, just be completely cool. I'm going to say, Wally, are you even listening? I'm giving you a hard time right now. I'm not even enjoying this. Wally, where's your brain right now? And I'm just going to look. I'm not going to let you know. You can't go where my brain is right now. You can't even imagine. Like, you ever listen to like some music? Probably I don't know. Like there's some songs that you listen to the song and you're like, what the heck was that person thinking when they wrote that song? It's a great song, but it's like, where was their brain when they were thinking this song? Well, this is so. That's what I'm going for. For my brain to just, I think the word is to dissociate. That sounds kind of off. It don't sound right, but for some reason that feels like the right answer for me. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna let someone hurt my feelings when I'm all bent out of shape already. I don't, you know, I don't even want to be bent out of shape. I don't want to get to that point. But life is life, and it happens. Regrettably so. I'm human, but I hope to get to that point as well, where I don't get bent out of shape. You know, just gonna go to my happy place. I'm not doing it for anybody else. Not doing it to be a shit stirrer or a contrarian or an asshole. I'm not doing it for any of those reasons. I'm just doing it because I choose not to get bent out of shape. I have that ability to make that choice. I don't have to turn off my feelings. I don't have to stop caring. I don't have to just go to my happy place. And I'm trying to think of the right happy place, and I can think of a couple things, but I think right here, right now, is my happy place. Sitting in this chair. Not really thinking about a gosh darn thing. You know, I think that's right. I think that's the right answer. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to extrapolate that idea, that thought. Expand that thinking. Because that was just terrible. Terrible, terrible feeling. I mean, it was hilarious, but I didn't like it. Anyways, thanks y'all for listening. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I'm glad I'm using my tripod now. I don't know why. It's better. I feel like it's better. I feel like I'm just upgraded. Anyways, all right, y'all. I'm actually gonna go to bed now. I'm gonna go play some video games, go sleep. Maybe watch a movie. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.